are you doing tonight, my good friends? It is Friday, and I am so excited to be here with you today. My goodness, how are you doing this evening? I am doing wonderfully well. We've had a very busy day in the shop today. Very excited about that. Just double checking that we have sound, and we do. Yay! Tell me, my friends, where you are watching from if you get a moment. I am live to you through the power of the internet here from beautiful downtown Paducah, Kentucky. I'm very excited tonight. We've had so many people this week traveling from out of town, which has been very cool. I have really enjoyed meeting all of our customers and whatnot. So that has been a lot of fun. Tonight, I have a bag of stuff that, can we just say that am I am in trouble here in Paducah. Uh, about two doors down on to the left of our building is the Paducah Antique Mall. Two doors to the right of our building is another antique mall. And yeah. So I'm just gonna say that I get in trouble here in Paducah because we've got a lot going on in the Paducah Antique Malls. So you're gonna have to tell me where you're watching from tonight because I am very excited to hear from all of you. I've got some cool stuff that that I want to show you because I've not seen anything like some of this stuff before. And you're just gonna have to tell me if you've seen it. Mr. Spooky is here. Mr. Boney is here. He is out on the show floor. People do come in and take their picture with Mr. Boney. So you need to come to the shop so that you can do that because that has been entertaining as all get out. No lie, it is hilarious and I love it. And I am here for that. Okay, so let's talk about the stuff because man, let's talk about what this is because you're probably like, that is a really weird box that says HDKFS. It's a handkerchief box. Now, this is some sort of like plastic or Bakelite or something. And I don't know how old this is, but it is a handkerchief box. So that's what that's supposed to say. It's handkerchiefs, but shortened. And isn't this cool? It's a cool thing. Like I said, I'm in trouble with all of the various things near me. What's in the box? Some of you will get that reference. What's in the box? There's nothing in the box except a lining that is good here, but not so good down here. You can see the original color, but this has seen better days. But I'm not upset with that. But it is a handkerchief box. Now I do need to do a little cleaning to it. As you can see, it's got a little bit of some schmutz. But can you look at, like, So I don't think I'm not going to say it's really, really old. Okay. It might be from like the 50s or 60s, just based on this clasp here, because this is a kind of clasp that's on like old music boxes and stuff. Okay. So this clasp doesn't say to me that it's like really, really old. Um, but it is very cool. And it is a handkerchief box. And I, who have plenty of handkerchiefs, I was pretty excited about it. How big is it? It's like 5 inches. Um, but look at the detail of the little cherubs and their weird little faces. Okay, and then that goes all the way around, and then yeah, handkerchiefs, handkerchiefs. It's very cool. So this was a thing that I could not leave this behind. That had to come home with me. So there's that. You know, cool. It was cool. And now I have other what they call handkerchief safes, but they are all cloth. And what people would do is they would take linen, or they would take silk, and they would make a enclosure for you to keep your handkerchiefs after you've laundered them or whatever. This is a very different kind of handkerchief safe. So I just thought this was a cool thing. Um, for me who collects vintage linens, for me to store things like vintage linens in it. Okay, so that was a cool pickup. Another thing, and I don't know if they're all in here now or if they're kind of in all different places, but these have been my new thing. And that's needle books. Now, okay, I did not pay these prices. I'm just letting you know, I did not pay that. I paid less. That's a whole nother box. Let me see if the other thing is in here. Ooh, what do I have in here? That's like glass that I wrapped up. Oh, okay. I'm gonna show you that in a second. All right. So needle books, needle books. One of them I have around here. I don't know where it is. It is a needle book that is it has space stuff on the front. Now a lot of them, these are not the ones that are from like China or wherever. Those ones, I have a whole collection of those, and all their different versions, and that's a whole another thing. But this was a very common giveaway back in the day, and as you can see, one needle that wasn't in here, and these are all in really good shape. They're not tarnished or anything, but look at that like crazy background paper. That's actually like spider web. Okay, don't ask me why it's spider web. I don't know. Um, it's just kind of wild, and I just thought this was so cool because it's a giveaway, and someone drew on this one. I don't think I paid very much for this one either. But it's Every Man's Family Circle. That was the company that was giving this away. So that's one of them. And I have lots and lots of these. My Eventually I would like to have like all of these framed, like on a shadow box kind of thing. That would be kind of cool. Here's another one. And again, I usually can find these for like $1 or so. That's typically what I end up picking them up for, is like $1 or so. So usually I'll go into a booth, and if the antique booth says it's like 50% off, I'm like, yes. All right, so this one here, This person used all of these, but then also like stuck a machine needle. This machine needle would not have been in here. Okay. Amsterdam Co. But really it was for the imagery on the front. Okay. Very 19 like 60s era imagery. I just thought that was really cool. And then this one um is uh compliments of the Watkins. I'm trying to get it to focus on me. All right, the HERE Letterman in Hinsdale, Illinois. And it was back when your phone number was like partially numbers and letters. So once again, you've got the little imagery here on the front for the home needle case. You've got Watkins Vanilla, which was the brand that was trying to get you to think about them every time you went to go retrieve your needle. And you have your liniment and your laxative, cold, and grip tablets, carefully compounded for use in ordinary cases of grip, headache, and colds. I don't know what grip is. Do you guys know what grip is? I don't know. That's really weird. Anyway, what a strange thing for you to think about while you are grabbing your sewing needle. Another thing, I don't think these were in here or belonged in here. These needles are like astronomically huge. So that is crazy big for being originally in here. And this one, this is a yarn needle. It's not even sharp. And actually it feels like it's made of plastic. It's very weird. So I don't think these needles were the ones that were in here, which is partially why I don't end up paying a lot for these. So if they were all original and really good shape and all that, and had all their original needles in them, you know, they might go for a few more bucks. But these are kinds of collectibles that you don't end up paying a lot for because of just how they are. And then this was a really cool pickup, but someone had like marked it with a marker, and I'm like so bummed about that. I'm wondering if I can somehow get that out of there. I got this thing for like 50 cents, and I gotta tell you, I am like over the moon about this thing. Okay, so first of all, you've got like the needle person, you know, you've got just like that embossed. This is like paper. It's not leather or anything, it's just paper. Um, but the inside is, I can't believe I got this for 50 cents. Okay. So first of all, again, I don't think the needles are original to this over here. They're kind of weird though. Like the needle itself is a little bulbous on the top, so it's kind of like a weird needle to begin with. This one doesn't even reach like down here, so that's what makes me think that these needles were longer here. This one is by Fashion Frocks, designers and manufacturer importers. Someone has written something here, but it's hard for me to say what that is. Looks like maybe a phone number. And then it says Cincinnati, Ohio. And then selling exclusively from maker to home. So go figure. This is what I felt like was, I mean, look at that. How cool is that? Like that type, you know? Like that is like the bomb. I just love this. And I love the little apple core paper here. So once again, I can't say that these needles are original. They say best in the world, which is super dope. But that wasn't like, I mean, yes, this all was like, oh my gosh, I gotta have it. My friends, it was the needle threader that did it because I ain't never seen one like that. I've seen a lot of needle threaders, but I've never seen one with like paint on it. And it looks like it's never been used and it's still here. And you've got your directions on how to use it, um, which, is cool. But like that is so neat. Um, and then when I flipped it open, I was like, oh, it's red. um, and then, just the uh the sharp and sun nickel plated sharps and that type right there. 50 cents. I can't believe it sometimes. I it's it's hard to be in these great areas that have all these things that I want all the time. I'm just telling you. So needle books, I do collect. I just find them fascinating. Um Only because I've been doing a lot of looking at very very old needles. So okay. So these two things, three things, you're gonna laugh at me. Okay. So this is so silly. Oh yeah, and so speaking of needles, I forgot about these. These ones are cool too. Before I get to the pillowcases, because you know they're still in there. So these are also cool. And so typically when you would go to, your uh your general market or whatever, you would find these new um this is how they would sell you. So it says buy new shuttle if machine skips stitches or breaks thread, right? So you need to buy new. If your machine is skipping, you got to buy new stuff. Look at all this. Look at them all. Yeah, there's like dozens in here. Now, I don't know if they're all the same size, and there could be some in here that aren't, but um, I've been trying to research old needles, specifically because now that I sell needles, um, and we have our own made for us, I'm always interested in like how were needles manufactured back in the day and how does that manufacturing process differ from how we're doing it now and so on. And so finding these old needle tubes um tells me that these are probably really old and more than likely it has a patent date on here. US patent Jan something. 20, probably 26 or 20, cuz that looks like a zero there. But so that means that these would be like 100 or nearly 100 years old. This one says for one needles, 29 cents. The Boy Needle Company, Chicago, New York, San Francisco. So this is 16. They're in here too. These are machine needles. So you've got the machine needles in here. Ooh, that scarf is deep. That's interesting. So yeah, And so as you can see, machine needles haven't really changed in like 100 years. So that's kind of weird. And then there was just one random needle in there. So I have a feeling that this one used to have um machine needles in it too. And the person probably just reused this container. Um, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, this is needle holder containers for machine needles. And so this was a part of that pickup the other day. Now, we found a couple of old pillowcases that absolutely had to come home with us. And if you know my husband, then you know that this is the score of the century, Masters of the Universe, He-Man pillowcase in fantastic condition. Does not look like that child's grubby head has damaged this in any way. So this is really fun, and I was so excited to pick this one up. So old vintage pillowcases. Yes, I do even get ones that are for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And yeah, so this was a lot of fun too. So these pickups, again, you find somebody. This one's from 1990. This one's from 1983. And then we've got this one, and this was the thing that had the stuff in it, and this is the stuff I got to show you because this is also goofy. This is a new thing that I'm starting to. Don't ask me why I start collecting like weird shit, um, but I do. I did end up picking up a couple pretty linen, and it's just because I love a good French knot, and I just loved that. I thought that was really pretty. And then this one, I don't know. I think I wanted to do something with it. It's got a little hole. Um, so sometimes I find these, they're like $1, you know, something like this I can use. I can do something with that. It's chalkware, vintage chalkware. So this was probably in someone's pink bathroom. And it's the mama tugboat and the little baby tugboats. Yeah, I know. Don't ask. I don't even know what I'm doing, okay? But I had to have the tugboats, the chalkware tugboats. So, yeah, this is a new weird thing for me. I also have chalkware. I have a lot of chalkware. I don't. Yeah. I'm gonna put it over here so it doesn't go back in that same bag. But the new tugboat chalkware. So I end up picking up those things usually for just a few dollars, and then I'm, you know, as you can hear, tinkle tinkle over there. So these bags, they say they were $2. They're not. They weren't. Okay. And even if they were only $2, this would be a hell of a pickup. So these are just like random kind of junk stuff, but some of the stuff in here caught my eye, and I think these were marked down to like 50 cents or something like that. So first of all, that was enough for me to pick up this stained doily. That's a good thing there. We've got some bias tape. You've got here, so, oh my gosh, look at these names, you guys. Nancy, there's my mom's name. Agnes, Betty, Blanche, Cecilia, Cora, Clara, Cleo, Dora, Della, Edna, Ella, Esther, Evelyn, Frances, Helen, Harriet, Iris, Inez, Polly, Rebecca. Yeah. Now, what's funny is my sister's name is Corey, so Cora there, and Jenny, my sister's name is Jennifer, and my mother's name is Nancy. So I got 3 on here. But these are the name under the seal wins. Pay what you push. This is some kind of giveaway thing. And too funny. Too funny. Anyway, I don't know what it is, but that's fun. And then we've got milk tops and more bias tape. And these are flashcards of some kind that were just thrown in there. And we've got some kind of like parts, warehouse sheets. That kind of stuff is ephemera. That's always fun. Here's another flashcard. But look at this. This is like a hairnet type thing. It's not like a hairnet, but it's like a babushka, that you would put on your hair. I had to smell it. I need to wash it. I will not put on the babushka, just so you know. And then there is a black one. So this is what I initially was like, oh, okay. This has got a couple holes in it, but that's not too bad. I mean, for a scarf, not bad. Hair scarf, done. 50 cents for all this goofy junk. Okay. Now if you were one of these like crafter people, you would like all these flashcards and stuff, because you could then make like altered art out of this stuff, which I used to do, and I probably will do again in the future, which is why this stuff appeals to me. This one was very interesting to me, and I was like, I have to have this. You should have heard my husband. He was like, what is that? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just buying it. And he's just like, well, I don't understand. Okay. So this one was cool because I knew that it had like weird stuff in it. So again, you got a milk cap. You've got another, like a hanky. And this was probably some kind of like small doily thing. And you've got this piece of fabric, which initially he was like, it's all coming apart, and I'm like, it's not, it's just cut on the fray, it's fraying. So and then there's a clip, and this would be the kind of, it's almost like a shoe clip, which is kind of neat. So yeah, this says Western Germany, so that would have been after the war, so probably 60s. More bias tape. Can't argue with that. But this, you guys, this is what I got it for. This is some sort of traced paper. Like, these were embroidery patterns that would have been like for example, here on the edge of this, you would have ironed this on, and then you would have embroidered over the, on your, you could use these on pre-cut things. This is just on like a piece of paper, someone traced it. So probably, friends had, embroideries and they wanted to share them. And then somebody made a bunch of bunny templates. These were more than likely for an applique of some kind. So I think these are really cool. This is what I bought it for. This is why I bought the whole thing for 50 cents. Okay. But look, someone's cut out a couple of bunnies, and then they've even put in where the embroidery would be done. So you would probably have cut the bunny shape out like this, applique it down, and then gone back in with embroidery thread and embroidered the bunny details on. So thought that alone was worth it, but I don't even know what the rest of this is. So we've got some, oh, a cat picture that someone did, and it's probably again for a pillow or something like that. We've got more paper drawings for embroidery, and then here's probably the original. We've got, oh, some pigs, a dog. It looks like a little fireman or a police officer or something. And then here looks like the more embroidery. Yeah. And it looks like someone had traced over this over and over with a pencil so that they could probably put it down and rub it onto their paper. I think that's how they wanted to do that. Here's an old newspaper clipping, 1920. Stay with the one who stays with you. Okay, so that's cool. Then there's even more embroidery. These are embroidery transfers. Here's a butterfly, so someone must have been doing a butterfly quilt. We've got some ducks, cow, another bunny. These look like somebody's applique patterns, you guys. There's chalk on it too, like someone was using these to trace. So that's really cool. It's like another pig. I'm so gonna have to wash my hands. Kelly, I know. I bought this bag for 50 cents. Look at this. This is an embroidery transfer. This would have been for a doily or a pillow edge of some kind. Just look at that. It's so pretty. It's just done with like little dots. And then here's more tracings. This person really wanted to keep, their embroideries and their embroidery designs. I know, Kelly. I know. This is too fun. It is too fun. And these were just done on like lined paper, like this person, whoever did this. Again, another little chick. I think these were, supposed to be appliques for someone's, stuff. So now there's writing on here, so we might be able to find like the number, but it doesn't have the full name of the pattern. But as you can see, the person had traced over this. Here's a look at this squirrel, you guys. All right, so there's a card. Oh, look. Louisville, Kentucky from Princeton, Kentucky. Look at this stamp, you guys. 3 cents. That is so cool. Birthday greetings, sister. Oh, I'm gonna cry. You're a mighty nice sister, and I hope this will be the happiest birthday you ever did see. You surely deserve to be happy, it's true. Where sisters don't come any nicer than you. Love, sis. That is really neat. 1939 is when it was mailed. So that'll tell you. I did get this in Eddyville. So this in Eddyville, Kentucky, is where I picked up this stuff. So here's another embroidery sheet. It's got ducks and animals and all kinds of stuff. And then you have the bonnet girl, two of them in two directions, one facing one way, one facing the other. So that's really neat. I did not know all of this was in here. Okay, I'm just letting you know that I'm like just as amazed as you are. Here we have the Baptist Evangel for Sunday, May 3rd, 1931. And that's really cool. There is a lot of yellow chalk on this, and I think that's like embroidery chalk. Oh, here's a piece of transfer paper that looks very well used. As you can see, someone was making a lot of copies to transfer their embroideries. The only thing better than old linen textiles and quilts is old ephemera. I know. I'm like so excited about this stupid box. Look at this. It's a giant rooster. This paper feels different. It's like brown paper, like from a bag or something. Look. From the Tom the Piper's Son is what this says. And it's like is traced. And then you've got the piggy. He's too funny. And then you have a giant rooster. And like a little chocolate bunny, right? Look at how proud this little rooster is. So, yeah. I can't believe I got this bag for 50 cents. And I'm finding all these goodies. This is more embroidery paper. So you can see, I think someone did use the transfer paper because I don't think these are iron-ons. No, they're not. It says transfer pattern 2 sheets. So maybe it is. But they decided to draw over them. Okay, they're not doing, especially in the papers about needle arts. I agree. 100% I agree. This is just too fun. I did not know all this stuff was in here, you guys. And here I was going to tell you all about what's new in the shop. I don't even think we have time for that. More needle tracings. This person loved to trace embroideries for another day. Look at this. Look at the peacock. Look. They wanted to use that peacock. They were like, this is my jam. And what paper did they use? Some kind of overalls advertisement. Dry goods notions. If you want to cut something, buy your something. So there you go. But look at the giant peacock. And you know, on the branch. That's so cool. So cool. I am so glad I bought this bag. Here again is print it yourself. Place picture on garment, color side down, press hard. Print is to print separately, cut apart. So these were color embroideries. Ships. Looks like wartime stuff. You know, with the gunboats. Very cool. And then of course I literally thought all of this was going to be pattern paper, like thin tissue pattern paper, and it was just leftover pattern stuff. I did not know this was in here. Oh, you guys. Oh, the big one is just, oh my God. Look at that. You back out. Look at this. It's huge. Look at this. It's a girl with her dress with the embroidery, and then there's a pocket. So maybe this was supposed to be on an apron of something. So there's a pocket. There's a lot of writing on this paper too. Yeah, it doesn't say. It just has names. It looks like Lolita. What's this one? It's like there's some math going on. One girl, one boy. Town, city, country. Maybe this was practice writing or paper for practicing for kids, because I've seen that. I've have some other ephemera that's like kids practice writing. Look at that, you guys. And it's on a like a paper bag or some kind of paper for a that was wrapped. Your purchase was wrapped in. So yeah, did not know. This was just folded up like this. I had no idea the embroidery stuff was on it. This, okay. I am so glad that I opened this up on the show tonight, because I'm like over the moon that this, so now imagine, right? This is all in here, right? These two milk caps, and this is the bag. It says $2, but I got it for 50 cents. And my husband looked at me like, why in the ever-loving God are you buying somebody else's junk? Because we did not know this was in here. He was like, that is just trash. And I'm like, it's not trash. It's ephemera. It's not trash. This is what I saw. This is how it looked. So I did not know. I didn't even open it. I'm like, oh yeah, there's papers in there. That's cool. Let's buy it. Yeah. What am I gonna say, right? Like, you see that? I would buy it. $2. Yeah, I would have bought it for $2, but it was on sale. So this was from the Red Door in Eddyville, Kentucky, which is not very far from here. So that's where I got this junk. Now I'm glad I did. I can't wait to go through it later with more time. But yeah, and then I didn't even get to show you my new this. So I'll just throw these on the camera real quick, just because I know you're. So first of all, this is another collection where you need to ignore the prices on this stuff, because this is not at all. So this is these are I'm just making sure my video did not die. Okay. So these are salt cellars, and I've been making pin cushions out of salt cellars. And so not only did my great aunt collect salt cellars, but you know that I collect milk glass. Do you know that I collect milk glass? Guess what? I collect milk glass, and I like milk glass, and I have a way big, too much of a collection. So so then I'm getting into milk glass, and I'm like, oh, so what happened is someone said, I'm selling my mother's collection of milk glass or of salt cellars, would you want them? And I was like, yeah, sure. And she had left the price tags on them from when she bought them. So I did not pay $4. This is sharp. This is like so poorly out of the mold, the glass mold, it will cut you. Um, so you're not getting a whole lot of milk or salt out of this salt cellar because you're gonna cut your fingers. Anyway, so I've been taking the salt cellars and I've been putting uh, fabric in them and stuffing and making little pincushions out of them. But these I have saved and reserved from that collection. Not all of them were milk glass. Most of them were glass. This is typically what you find with the milk glass or with the salt cellars. They usually look like this. Um, but these were special and I had to keep them. So a lot of these are like what they call butter pats. They're a whole different thing. So you can collect butter pats also. A lot of them from Germany, and many of them are hand painted. So this would be hand painted. This would be probably Austrian. And I mean, look at the little acorns, you guys. Somebody loved these so much that she signed her name to them, and so like I can't get rid of that. I can't sell that. That's mine forever. um so here's like a Limoges one, and here's another. Well, we showed that one. So yeah, and some are on pedestals. So milk salt cellars, I'm like so madly addicted. This is a child's dish from a child's dish set, and you've got these ones with the little feet on them. So this one is also Limoges. Can't get rid of those. Like those are for me. And so yeah, so salt cellars, you guys. Like this is my new obsession. Not really. I have many. Um and so a lot of times I'm like, I don't even know what it is, but it's cool. You've got the little salt scoop, and this I think was a jar. I don't think this was actually a salt cellar, but it might be. I actually have a book on identifying salt cellars, so that's how deep down the salt cellar rabbit hole I have gone. And then, these ones I just kept because they were milk glass, which is again my other obsession. And then I had to keep this one because the lady made a cozy for it, and I mean, I can't not have the cozy that's actually a little teacup. You guys, I have a sickness. And it's called old things. But just in case you wondered, like, how in the heck did people buy this stuff? Look at how dusty this is. um, so yeah, Seattle, Washington, Westmoreland, Sterling. Here's the salt cellar that's probably 100 jillion years old. And then here is the little silver spoon that you used to scoop up your salt and put it over your food. I will eventually clean you, but today is not that day. My friends, thanks for going down this crazy rabbit hole with me. I am now going to go. We are going over to Whatnot. So if you would like to join us over there on the Whatnot, here is the link to do so. I will also throw this into the comments. My show starts at 8 p.m. Central, and you can follow us over there on the Whatnot. We're going to be doing some live sales tonight of some fabrics, so you're going to want to do that. And yeah, so I will see all of you very soon. Take care of yourselves. And come on over to the whatnot and watch my show. We're there under muppin.com. So starts in about 10 minutes. So I'm going to go and wash my hands because I just touched all this gross stuff. You guys have a great night. I will see you over there. Take care.